start that Bayern München were looking for, as of course they picked up just a point on opening day. But meanwhile, Haaland and co over at Dortmund smashed dash 5 goals, I think, to go close, if not top of the league. We'll take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 2 over in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and keep your bang up to date. All things Bundesliga related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here under one Ruski. That's right, of course, new manager, new philosophy over at Bayern, but of course not the fantastic start there that they were looking for, as they could only pick up a point against my boys, Mönchengladbach. Meanwhile, the other tip for the title, the yellow and black, Dortmund kicked themselves off with a fantastic win to, of course, go top of the pops. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Of course, big shout to the VIPs, of course. Thank you for your load. I do appreciate the support. If you are interested in helping out in the channel, make sure you check out the links down below, patreon.com/roseys. But anyway, let's get cracking and have a look at match number 2. Of course, can Bayern get themselves off with their first win of the campaign? Let's have a look at, of course, recap the picks from last round. Here we go. Gladbach did take on, of course, Bayern, and it ended up as a 1-1 draw, and I got that one bang on the bloody nose. Fantastic for me for the start of the weekend. However, the rest didn't go the way they planned, or did it? I can't even remember. Anyway, Wolfsburg kicked off with a 1-0 win over Bochum, of course, one of the new boys to get themselves moving in the right direction, of course, in Champions League this time around. Union Berlin picked up a draw against Leverkusen, of course, tricky unit to play against our Union Berlin, especially at home, so I do anticipate them getting points off the big boys as well. Meanwhile, VfB Stuttgart 5-1 win. I think they actually might be top of the league. A big winner for Greuther, Fürth, one of the new boys, already cursing their luck being in the top flight. Meanwhile, Augsburg against Hoffenheim, 4-0 win as well for Hoffenheim on the road. Augsburg in a bit of trouble already. Bielefeld picked up a nice draw against SC Freiburg again, as they hope to stick around for another season in the top flight. Dortmund, though, smashed match Frankfurt under new management, 5-2 win, very close to going top, but of course I think they're going to be just shy. Mainz picked up a shock win over Leipzig as well. Again, new manager there, Jesse Marsch, of course, picked up nothing on his opening day there. And FC Köln against Hertha Berlin, 3-1 win for Köln, and Berlin in a bit of trouble already. So I got myself 4 out of 9, which is okay. I will have a look at where that puts me in the table in a second. Of course, the situation in the table looks like this. It is actually Stuttgart top, Hoffenheim second, Dortmund are third, Köln up there with 4th, Mainz, and then Wolfsburg, making me top 6. So at the moment, it's Greuther, Fürth, and Augsburg going down. Frankfurt are in the relegation playoff at the moment, but again, it is only match number 1, so don't panic just yet. This is the table at the moment. Again, after match number 1, someone stuck my name in there again, but of course, Andrew Barrett, Creamy Jordan 15, and Yannick Seifried are up there with 6 out of 9. Ain't too shabby, boys and girls. Ain't too shabby. But again, that's only match number 1. Bianca Muller's in there in number 6 spot, so a big shout out to you guys. Of course, some of the patrons in there. Of course, we'll hope to highlight those patrons as we get into the deep end of the season. Of course, if you want to get involved for match number 2, it's pretty simple. It's cut.ly/Bundes number 2. Get involved. It's free to enter. Of course, try and showcase your prediction skills, and of course, maybe even be in the contention to win the piston thing at the end. So let's get going then, shall we? Take a look at, of course, the next round of matches kicking all off with a zinger. Is Leipzig up against the leaders at the moment is Stuttgart, taking place on August the 20th at the Red Bull Arena. Jesse Marsch is your manager for Leipzig. Of course, Stuttgart managed by Pellegrino Matarazzo. Played the 6 times in 2017. 5 wins for Leipzig, nothing for Stuttgart, 1 draw. The biggest win for Leipzig over Stuttgart was a 2-0 win, and of course that did take place back in April 2021, which was the last time they played each other. Of course, heading into this, of course, Leipzig picked off with a 1-0 loss against Mainz. They did have a good, an okay sort of pre-season, drawing with, or beating AZ Alkmaar, losing to Montpellier, drawing with Ajax, and of course beating Sandhausen in the German Cup. As for Stuttgart, they also kicked off with a 6-0 win against BFC in the German Cup, also beating Greuther, scoring 11 goals in the first 2 competitive matches of the season. 9-4 is your Leipzig on this one. They are red hot favourites. 4-1 is your draw. 21-4 is your away win. That is Stuttgart on this one. Stuttgart got the tails up on this one. I think Leipzig will just nick it at home. Again, all eyes on that one. Next, of course, we have Frankie up against Augsburg. Take place on August the 21st. Played each other 20 times in 2008. What do we have on this? We have, of course, 7 wins for Frankie, 8 wins for Augsburg, and we have how many draws on that one? We have 5 draws, of course. Played each other last round over in Frankfurt. Was a 2-0 win for Frankie back in April 2021. The bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have bookies odds. What do we have? What am I looking at? Frankie up against Augsburg. We have got 50-8 on is your Frankie, 7-2 is your draw, 92 is your long shots. That is Augsburg on this one. I'm going with Frankie on this one again under new management. Need a response, but of course I think they're playing the right team at the right time. That is Augsburg. So good response for them, hopefully, and again move the change. Next up, we'll have Freiburg up against Dortmund. Of course, start off in pretty goal scoring style. Of course, with Haaland bagging a couple of goals already. Played the 44 times since 1993. 6 wins for Freiburg, 27 wins for Dortmund, 11 draws. The biggest win for Freiburg over Dortmund was a 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 5-0 win. Last time they played each other, of course, in Freiburg was a 2-1 win for Freiburg. Freiburg. In fact, they've only won once at the past at least 6, maybe 7 times over Dortmund, of course, but it was, most importantly, last time around. Heading into this, though, the bookies odds, we have 5-1 for Freiburg, now 29-1 is your Dortmund, of course, 4-1 is your draw. Long shots on those. Going to go with a 2-1 for Dortmund. Not big, not impressive, but just enough. And again, a couple of goals, maybe even for Haaland again, to add to his tally. Next, of course, we have Hertha Berlin up against we have Wolfsburg, of course. Wolfsburg got to Champions League football potentially to look forward to in the very near distant future. Played 53 times since 1993, 20 wins for Hertha Berlin, 19 wins for Wolfsburg, and 14 draws. Mark van Bommel is your manager for Wolfsburg. Pai Dardai is your manager for Hertha Berlin. The biggest win for Berlin over Wolfsburg was a 5-1 win. The biggest win the other way was also a 5-1 win. Last time I played over in Berlin was a 1-1 draw back in November 2020. Of course, kicking all off their season. What are we looking at this season? Of course, Hertha Berlin started off with the defeat to Köln. Of course, 3-1 loss. Meanwhile, Wolfsburg kicked off with a 1-0 win against Bochum to get themselves moving in the right direction. 2-1 is your Hertha Berlin. 11-8 is your Wolfsburg. 12-5 is draw. Very, very tight on the old odds. I'm going to go with a draw as well on this 1-1 in the end. Next up, we have VfL Bochum, of course, hoping to bounce back with, of course, opening day up against Mainz, of course, which should be a decent match on this one. Played each other 16 times in 1993. 5 wins for Bochum, 9 wins for Mainz, and 2 draws. The biggest win for Bochum over Mainz was a 5-2 win. The biggest win the other way was a 5-0 win. Last time I played each other over in Bochum was going all the way back to 2009. It was a 3-2 win for Mainz in the Bundesliga. And Mainz, yeah, coming out on victorious on that one. 31-20 is your Bochum, 5-2 is your draw, 70-10 is your Mainz. Again, very, very tough this one to call, but I'm going to go with Mainz on this one. After opening day, they'll need these points to get them, of course, moving and hopefully not win that relegation battle again this season. Maybe, of course, if they get back-to-back wins, they could put a bit of a cushion between themselves and their drop spots already. Next up, of course, we have Greuther up against Arminia Bielefeld, another relegation 6-pointer, you would think. Played the 25 times since 1998. 7 wins for Greuther, 11 wins for Bielefeld, and 7 draws. The biggest win for either two sides over each other was a 4-1 win. In fact, Bielefeld scored 40 goals compared to the 35 goals scored by Greuther in those respective 25 matches. Around about 1.60 goals game ratio for Bielefeld compared to 1.4 for Greuther. Last time I played the end Greuther was a 4-2 win in the SpVgg Bundesliga, going in favour of Bielefeld back in February 2020. Bookies odds on this one we have 20-20 for Greuther, 50-8 is your Bielefeld, 12-5 is your draw on this. I'm going with a win for nobody. I'm going with the draw, that's right. And again, pointing back for Bielefeld again, got to get the draws on the way. Do not lose your away games. Pick up points, even up against the strugglers, and it'll do the world of good later on. Kicking off further though is the Zinger chicken dinner of the weekend. It is Leverkusen up against Mönchengladbach, taking place on Saturday, August 21st. Played each other 55 times in 1992, 26 wins for Leverkusen, 11 wins for Gladbach, 18 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Leverkusen over Gladbach, don't want to say this one, is 8-2. Wow. The biggest win the other way was a 3-0 win. That's right, that 8-2 win, when was it? I'm trying to find it. I don't know, but there's been some zingers in here. I've got 6-3 going in favour of Gladbach. I've got a 5-4 in favour of Gladbach. I've got some real belters on here, but of course last time I played in Leverkusen was in fact a 4-3 win, 7-goal thriller going in favour of Leverkusen back in November 2020. Look at the odds. In fact, over the course of those 55 matches, 73 goals scored by Gladbach, 124 by Leverkusen. A high-scoring game these guys usually duke it out. 5-4 is your Leverkusen, 2-1 is your Gladbach, 35 is your draw. I think Gladbach will get something out of this one. Another goal-scoring bonanza on this one, 2-2 in the end. Into the final two now, we have Hoffenheim up against Köln, Union Berlin. That's right. Wow. We played each other 4 times in 2019. 2 wins for Hoffenheim, 1 win for Union Berlin, and 1 draw. The biggest win for Hoffenheim over Union Berlin was a 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-1 win. In fact, that's the only win. Last time I played each other in Hoffenheim was in fact that 3-1 win. So it's back-to-back games though. Union Berlin have not lost against Hoffenheim. Last time the bookies odds on this one we have 11-10. Well, no, Hoffenheim 12-5 is your draw, 5-2 is your draw, 12-5 is your away win. That is Union Berlin. Going to go with a 1-0 win for Hoffenheim though, at home. Again, they need the points, of course, to keep themselves moving in the right direction. And then finally, it is Bayern up against Köln on Sunday, August the 22nd. Played each other 45 times in 1992. We have 29 wins for Bayern, 6 wins for Köln, and 10 draws. The biggest win for Bayern over Köln was an 8-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-1 win. Last time I played each other over in Bayern was a 5-1 win back in February 2021, of course, in the Bundesliga. Heading into this, another bookies odds 9-1 on is your Bayern, 10-1 is your draw, 50-1 is your long shots. That is, of course, Köln on this one. Bayern should win this one comfortably as well. 3-0 win. And again, keep themselves unbeaten, of course, in the first win for mate boy Nagelsmann, as of course they try to kick on and make another title. This, if you want to get involved with the Prediction League, get involved right here, cut.me/Bundesliga or Bundes number 2. Again, it is free to enter. Make sure you keep your name as you did for the first leg. And again, if it's your first time, just keep your name simple. But that's it, my friends. Be sure to give the video some love and smash that thumbs up, smash or subscribe. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. Until then, we are done.